Hello there. Welcome to CXC Math TV. Today we will be looking at translation of objects. Now look at this diagram right here. Look on the screen. So we see that the process of going from that yellow triangle to the green triangle, this is known as translation. So what is this translation? Translation is just the process of moving a object or moving a shape. Wow! Now translation are often described using vectors, and we see it in column vector form, xy. The top value represents the movement in the x-axis, and so a positive x value would mean that the object will shift to the right. A negative x value will mean the object will shift to the left. And so likewise, a positive y value means that the object is going to shift upwards, and a negative y value means the object is going to shift downwards. So look at this example right here. It says translate the triangle with translation vector -2, 1. So in order to translate any shape, the first thing we need to do is label the coordinates of the vertices of the object, and then add the translation vector to the coordinates of the object points. What am I talking about object points? Let's go back. The triangle right there, ABC, we know that the coordinate of A is given to be 1, 1. The coordinate of B is given to be 3, 1. And the coordinate of C, the yellow dot right there, is 2, 4. Now, if you look at the translation vector, -2, 1, that means that we're moving the object 2 units to the left and 1 unit upwards. So all we're going to do is say that the image point, which is the new point when we shift the object, it's going to be equal to the translation vector plus the object point. So we're going to call the new point, for A, we can call it A prime. A prime is going to be the image point 1, 1 plus the translation vector -2, 1. When you add those, 1 plus -2 is -1. 1 plus 1 is 2. And so A prime is -1, 2. So you can put that down. Now B prime is going to be the point B plus the translation vector. So 3, 1 plus -2, 1, which works out to be 1, 2. So B prime is 1, 2. Likewise, the point C, which is 2, 4, we add that to -2, 1, and we get 0, 5. So C prime is 0, 5. So all we have to do now is put that triangle on the diagram and label it A prime, B prime, C prime. And there you go. That is the new triangle that has been formed by result of translation. So of course, what about doing some exam style questions? Is it really going to be that easy? Let's go ahead and see. So here's a typical exam question that they can ask you. Write down the translation vector that maps triangle LMN onto triangle PQR. You may go ahead, pause the video and attempt. Now in doing this question, notice it said maps triangle LMN. So triangle LMN is the object and triangle PQR is your image. So we always go from the object to the image. So to go from LMN to triangle PQR, we notice that we're not moving the triangle across. It's not going to the left or right, but it is going 6 units downwards. So the translation vector is 0, -6. It is 0, -6 because we didn't go to the left or right. And when you go down, we know that it is negative. So that's why we write T equals 0, -6. That's the translation vector. That's a typical exam question. Nice. What about this one? It gives us a diagram right here, and we have triangle A, and it says translate triangle A by 5, -6. Go ahead, pause the video and attempt. Alright, so the first thing is that triangle A is the object. Cool, and we have our translation vector 5, negative 6. This means that we move the triangle A 5 units to the right and 6 units downwards. So what you're going to do is label the coordinates of the vertices of triangle A and move each of those points. Going to move it 5 units to the right and 6 units downwards. So we did that, and that's how we end up get A prime right there. And that's where triangle A prime would be. Nice. Alright, let's look at this question here. It says, describe fully the single transformation that maps shape A onto shape B. So go ahead again and pause the video and attempt. Alright, so we all should be aware now that we say that triangle A, that's going to be your object. Mapping onto, the one that is going to be mapped onto triangle B is our image. Now if we were to just label any point on triangle A, any vertice on triangle A, we're going to use that bottom vertex right there. So we put the yellow point. And if we were to look at the bottom vertex of B, to go from A to B, we realize we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units across to the left and 3 units down. And so our translation vector is minus 5, 3. So now, of course, in an exam, you need to write it pretty. So this is what we're going to say. Triangle A is mapped to triangle B by a translation, and then you put the translation vector T being negative 5, negative 3. Or if you want to write it out in words, you can say triangle A moves 5 units to the left and 3 units down to triangle B. That's how you can write it out strictly in words in an exam. Alright, and so that's it for today. Alright, so stay tuned for more. Keep on practicing. Alright, and see you next time. Have a blessed day.